Before tonight's story begins, make sure you're one of us, the Midnight Crew. Hit subscribe, tap the bell, and smash that like button before the lights go out. If you make it to the end, comment, "I'm still awake." I moved into a one-bedroom apartment last year, just outside of Columbus, Ohio. Cheap rent, quiet neighbors, decent place for someone who works nights. At first, it felt perfect, until the first break-in happened a few doors down. After that, I decided to buy security cameras. Nothing expensive, just those cheap Wi-Fi ones you can hook to your phone. I put one in the living room, one in the hallway, and one pointing at my bed. It made me feel safe. For a while, the first week, everything looked normal. The usual clips of me leaving, coming home, my neighbor's cat wandering by my door. Then, one morning, I checked the app and saw a video saved under motion detected. Hallway. Time 3:12 a.m. I was at work when it happened. The video showed the light and the hallway flicker on. For a second, I thought maybe it was a wiring issue. But then, a shadow passed across the wall. It moved slow, steady and tall. Not a glitch, not static. A clear shape of a person walking from the bedroom toward the living room. I stared at that clip over and over, my heart pounding. I live alone. When I got home that morning, everything looked fine. The door was locked. Nothing out of place. But when I checked the light switch in the hallway, there was a faint greasy fingerprint smudge on it, larger than mine. That was the first night I started sleeping with the lights on. A few days later, the same thing happened again. Another alert. Same time, 3:12 a.m. This time, the bedroom camera triggered too. I opened the live feed. The screen was dark, but I could make out my bed under the faint glow of the streetlight through the blinds. And there, someone was lying in it. I leaned closer, trying to make sense of what I was seeing. It wasn't a stranger. It was me. The camera said live. Timestamp, 3:13 a.m. But I wasn't asleep. I was sitting up in bed, staring at my phone, watching the live feed that showed me already sleeping. At first, I thought maybe it was a saved clip from the night before. But as I watched, the me in the video rolled over. The blanket shifted. The pillow moved. Then he smiled. That was the moment I stopped breathing. I deleted the app right then. Unplugged every camera. Tossed them in a box and shoved it into my closet. For a few days, everything was quiet. I started to believe maybe it really was just a glitch, some cloud recording error. But on the fifth night, I woke up to a faint click, like the sound a camera makes when it takes a picture. I froze. Listened. Another click. Then another, closer this time. I turned over, grabbed my phone, and unlocked it. The app I deleted was back. Reinstalled. And there was a new alert waiting. Motion detected bedroom. 3:12 a.m. I tapped it. The video started playing automatically. It was dark, but I could tell it was my room. The same unmade bed, the same faint orange light from the street outside. At first, I didn't see anything. Then the camera angle shifted, like someone was holding it, moving closer to the bed. It tilted down toward my face. And that's when I saw it. My eyes opened. I threw the phone across the room. It hit the wall and fell to the floor. I stayed up until sunrise, lights on, heart pounding. Every creak, every sound made me jump. When morning came, I grabbed the phone. The video was gone. The app showed no activity, no logs, no history. But that evening, when I went into my room, I noticed something. The camera box in my closet had been opened, and the bedroom camera was gone. I called the landlord. He swore up and down that no one else had keys, that the place had been locked. But when I pushed him, he said something that made my stomach drop. Apparently, the previous tenant, a woman in her 30s, had installed security cameras too. She'd gone missing about 6 months before I moved in. No signs of a struggle. Just vanished. I asked if her stuff was still there when I moved in. He said, some of it. The company that cleaned out her things said she left behind a camera in the bedroom wall. We just plastered over it. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept staring at the spot above my bed, where the wall paint looked just a little smoother than the rest. A week passed. Nothing strange. No noises. No alerts. Then, around 3:10 a.m., I heard it again, that faint click. I sat up, holding my breath. The sound came from the wall. I got up slowly, turned on the light, and stepped closer. Right where the paint looked smoothest, I saw it, a pinhole. And inside, behind the plaster, a faint red light blinking. I pressed my ear to the wall. A low mechanical hum. Someone had reinstalled the camera. I packed a bag and got the hell out that night. I stayed with my brother for a few weeks. He laughed it off, said it was probably the old wiring, that my brain was playing tricks on me. I almost believed him, until the emails started coming. Subject line: footage available, bedroom cam _0312. Every one of them had the same timestamp, 3:12 a.m., and the same preview image, a still shot of me asleep. I tried deleting my email account. I changed passwords, but new ones kept showing up, sometimes from different addresses, always the same photo. After the fifth one, I stopped checking. I eventually moved again, new apartment, new phone, no cameras this time. But last month, the new landlord installed a smart home system for every unit. Door sensors, thermostat, smoke detectors, and yes, built-in cameras. I turned them off immediately. But 3 nights later, I got a notification from an app one didn't even download. Motion detected bedroom. 3:12 a.m. When I opened it, my stomach twisted. The camera was showing me, again, lying in bed. Except I was sitting up, awake, holding my phone. The version of me on the feed turned toward the camera and whispered something. I couldn't hear it clearly at first, so I turned the volume up. The voice was mine. It said, "Don't wake him." That was a month ago. I've been living out of motels ever since. 3 days ago, I came home to grab my last few boxes. Everything was quiet, but when I went into the bedroom, there was a small package sitting in the middle of the bed. No label, no return address. Inside was a single photograph. It showed me, asleep in that same motel bed, and at the bottom, written in marker, were 2 words: "Sleep well." The next night, I checked into a different motel, halfway across town. I made sure the curtains were shut, no visible windows from outside. Still, I woke up around 3:12 a.m., cold sweat, heart racing, like my body knew something was wrong before my brain did. I turned on the light. Nothing. But when I looked at the alarm clock, the LED numbers were flickering faintly, like the power was being interfered with. Then I heard it. Click. I froze. Click. The sound came from the desk, from my phone. It was recording. I don't know how. It had been turned off. The camera light blinked once, then the screen turned black. The next morning, when I opened my photo gallery, there was a new video. Timestamp, 3:12 a.m. It was short, maybe 30 seconds. The camera pointed at my bed, showing me lying there asleep. Then, slowly, the lens turned around, revealing whoever was holding it. It was me. Same shirt, same room. Same tired face. I was smiling. If you made it to the end, comment, "I'm still awake." And whatever you do, don't install another camera. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications, because tomorrow's story might make you unplug everything in your house. Sound fades, faint mechanical clicks, breathing, then static.